Yeah, it helps me be the example that I am every single day, and it gives me an example of who to strive to be like.
I would just say, not trying to hold on too tightly to your life and what you do with your job, and making sure your identity is in Jesus.
We are just 2 days from kicking off Super Bowl 58. The 49ers and the Chiefs square off in a rematch of Super Bowl 54. Approximately 130 million people will tune into this year's game, meaning there are a lot of eyes watching how the players play and a lot of ears listening to what they say.
I never thought I'd ever be on a stage like this, but here I am, and I need to glorify God for that. I always wonder, why does God have these footballs going through the uprights? Because there's a lot of guys that put a lot of time and effort into their craft of kicking, but for some reason, my balls are going through the uprights, and God's put me on this platform for a reason. And I can't be ashamed to give him all the credit for being here and being alive and everything that he's given for me.
I've just been very grateful in my life. It's been humbling to be able to follow Jesus, and we're just so grateful to have such an amazing Father that takes care of us every single day, and we can always look to him, when times are good, but also when times are bad.
There was a lot of men who, in our locker room, honestly, that leaned on their faith, and when you go through adversity and tough times, where do you go? You go to the Lord, right? And I think a lot of our guys did that, and here we are.
I've had some really, really dark days in my past where, it was either death, suicide, or talk to God. And like I said, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my faith. And I don't play this game for anything else but the man up top, because this is a game that I love, and he gave me this platform to use to talk about my journey and my walk with him.
I know that you had talked about your faith briefly. Can you again talk about what role it plays in your life and how important your faith is to you?
Yeah, it helps me be the example that I am every single day, and it gives me an example of who to strive to be like. And whenever stuff is tough or I have adverse times, I can just know that I can lean on my faith to get me through. And I know that the challenges are in front of me for me to get better on the other side, and that's something that I strive for every single day.
Brock, what is your story? What does this season teach you about God's faithfulness?
About God's faithfulness? I would just say, not trying to hold on too tightly to your life and what you do with your job, and making sure your identity is in Jesus. And honestly, that's been the case for me in my life. I haven't, tried to hold on to the football life. Being a quarterback, it's been about, all right, God, this is what I do, but I am who you say I am. And I've allowed that to sort of, take over my life, and he's taken me where he needs me. And so now here we are.
I wake up, I pray, I thank him. Before I even go out there on the field, I thank him. And even in pre-games, that's just something that I naturally do that, without him, none of this is even possible.
Football is fleeting. It is very important. It's changed my life. It's been so amazing, but the foundation of my life is my faith. And, that allows me to put things into perspective. I throw a lot on God and just let him go to work and control what I can control. But I feel like at times in life, we try to muscle things or control things, and feel like we really have a say-so, and that's not the case. And so you have to rely on your faith to be able to maneuver through life.
My faith's the most important thing in my life. It's the thing that keeps me grounded. I think the moment I started to really, enjoy my life more than I ever have was when I surrendered to God. And to me, it's the thing that will always be consistent for me, no matter what happens in my life, good or bad. And I'm blessed for that.
And something about just the faith in Jesus, man, and the miracles he can work in your life. All you got to do is believe, man. And I walk around in my backpack, I have 3 little mustard seeds. Yeah, faith of a mustard seed, as you know. And I walk around with those, man, as a testament, man, because being a believer, it's the most important thing to me.
Just because we're in the NFL doesn't mean we're special. We're broken, and I'm broken, and the only way that I'll be able to enter those pearly gates is by the blood of Jesus, and so the only way everyone can do that is by his blood. So that's why I always have my faith and my hope in him.